the marsh is my special place. There's a tranquility from being out in the marsh, a peacefulness, a sense of belonging to a larger thing than us alone. Mud gets in your veins and it stays there. My dad took me out duck hunting when I was 5 years old and put me in a 5-gallon bucket because Mom didn't want my shoes getting dirty. And I'll never forget that. That's just my place. I reached a point in my life where I wanted to give back. I wanted to be more involved with the community, more involved with the waterfowl and the wetlands, and I wanted to give back. And Wasatch Widgeons is kind of the capstone, so to speak, of that journey. You've got DWR, they go out and they bust their butt every day. You've got the national groups that are doing stuff nationally and internationally. Who's focusing right here in our backyard? Who is putting together the local folks, generating the funds, organizing the projects, finding the projects, and getting people involved as a community in their own backyard? We're stepping up to that call. We found a void, and we're filling that void, and that's why it's important. We got hen houses and wood duck boxes in Ogden Bay. We've taken over 20,000 pounds of metal debris out of Ogden Bay. I can't remember, I think it's 7 or 8 tons of woody debris out of Ogden Bay. But we're not just going out doing cleanups of bottles and shells, we're doing large scale cleanups. In the Ogden Nature Center, we did 3/4 over the last 2 summers, a total of 3/4 of Mill Creek, where we pushed back the overgrowth and cleaned it up. So now wildlife can actually access the creek. It was so thick and overgrowth that each bank was grown over to the other bank. Another one of the projects that we just recently finished, which was something that we were constantly told that we would never finish it. We would never finish this. There's an old Jeep chassis on the spur. Big old Jeep chassis shouldn't be out here in this environment for one, but it's also a hazard for boaters. Somebody's getting lucky while we're out here. That project being completed shows the resilience of the gentlemen that run this organization. A vehicle doesn't belong in the wetlands. So whichever way you want to say it, it's gone now. Now the big thing that we're working right now, where we're standing, is Kingfisher wetlands. So we're going to be extending our nest boxes into this. We'll be taking out invasive species, a lot of Phragmites and tamarask here. We'll be bringing in the bulrush and cattails. Probably be making some food plots for these ducks, so when they're in the spring, the hens got the nutrients that they need. And we're going to be pushing back this overgrowth. I think most waterfowlers could find an interest in it. That's kind of goes into why we're a little different. We actually have non-hunters as paid members. They like what we do with the kids and with the youth fairs and the conservation work. So it can be anybody, from a seasoned waterfowler to somebody that just wants to learn waterfowling to somebody that just likes going out and doing work in the environment to help the environment. Pass this on to the next generation. We're losing the generation just going in the outdoors, period. We're losing them in droves. The vision was about us passing on our waterfowl legacy, but also the conservation can be a legacy within itself. We might inspire the next biologist, we don't know. But we need to pass these things on to the next generation. So getting these kids involved with our program, the projects we do, it's a hands-on work instead of just learning it in the classroom. I've gotten to know a lot of great people. And I've been able to be there when youngsters and adults get their first duck, get their first bird. That's been a benefit.
I mean, we've had over 20 people come out on the Mill Creek last year, and seeing these guys just busting their butt on that Jeep project, it's a sense of pride, and it gives you, almost like revigorates your hope in the community. You see that people can come together that don't even know each other and give a good day's honest work for no pay, just because it's a common cause, and that will reinvigorate your soul. You see that. If it was easy, somebody else would have already done it, right? Sometimes the hard things are the most worth doing. The more of the population that understands the importance of wild places and the wetlands, the better off we're going to be if we want to preserve them.